Hello, everybody. This is Scooby.
And this is Steven. Welcome back to another episode of The Feedback. We're a couple of dudes just hanging out and listening to music together, sharing it with you, and hopefully you're sharing it with somebody else as well. Today, Scoobs has picked the song. I've actually realized that I didn't mention the part that we like to go on tangents, because that's definitely something we should cover, because we definitely do that. But Scoobs has picked the song for us today. I'm excited to hear what it is and see where we're going, so what do we got?
So, I was inspired by our last episode that we did. I'm assuming these were going to be released in chronological order. I have no idea why they wouldn't be. But last time, Steven picked the song, and he chose a rap song by Childish Gambino. And I'm not as well versed in rap, but there are certain artists that I greatly enjoy. And one of them is named Ren. I don't know if you have heard of Ren, Steven.
I've heard of MC Ren.
Okay, different person.
I was gonna say it might be a different person, but
Yeah.
nevertheless.
So Ren is a multi-instrumentalist, actually, from England. He does basically everything, but he's mostly well known for his rap. But he
Okay.
does have a lot of different songs where he'll do singing and he'll play guitar and all of that. The song I have chosen today, though, is called Kujo Beatdown. And
Ooh.
there is a little bit of history behind this one. This song came out last year, and, well, last year being 2024. And Ren is typically not an angry person. To be honest, most of his music carries a message of hope and optimism, and he's a person that's been through a lot. He suffers from mental illnesses and physical illnesses. He has Lyme disease, which, as we all know, doesn't really ever go away, and he consistently has flare-ups from that interrupt his career. So the history behind this track is, I believe it was 2023, or maybe it was 2024, Ren released a full-length album called Sick Boy, which is his nickname, and it's both literal and figurative because he is physically ill, but also, as we know, sick is a term that people use to be like, I'm so fucking cool. Kind of works in both contexts. So, for the title track of that album, Sick Boy, he actually purchased a beat from a producer named Kujo. And he created a music video, and his music videos are all always amazing, which you will see, Steven. And for our listeners and viewers, you have to watch the music video. I got stuck in a loop there for a second.
I
But
like how important it was to you, though. It's true, though. I mean, if you feel that adamantly about it, I'd get stuck in a loop too.
yeah, you gotta say it 3 times, thrice and done. So he released the song and the video, millions of views, like literal millions of views. And then out of nowhere, the producer came back and said that he wanted royalties for the track, which Ren basically put everything out into open air and said, hey man, like I want to resolve this. You know, this song is really important to me. We did not agree upon royalties, but if that's something you want to do, let's discuss it. And there was a whole lot of back and forth, and I don't know the entire history of it, but basically Kujo had the song taken down because he wanted more money from Ren, which Ren was willing to negotiate, but Kujo wasn't having any of it. So the video got taken down, the song got taken down from streaming services, and as of right now, the video is back up, but you still can't listen to the song on most streaming services like Spotify or Apple Music because of this whole conflict of interest.
It's wild to think, especially because I mean, we can talk about this a little bit more later on too, but it sounds almost as if it were just for attention. Like he just wanted to be like, hey, that's me right there. And I mean, his name was a part of it initially, I'm going to assume, so I don't understand.
Yeah, he had credit on the song as being, I don't know if it's produced by or beats by Kujo or whatever like that, you know. He was given
Mhm.
credit for it and he was paid for the music. He wasn't given royalties, which I guess is the big issue in his mind. And I don't know the full story. I kind of delved into some of it, but you know, I'm sure if a larger fan or someone more knowledgeable hears about this, they'll know the whole story and can inform us in a polite way, please. Um,
Yeah, I would definitely like to know more if somebody else knows more about this for sure, because that's interesting.
So after all of the back and forth and, the whole thing with Kujo, and his girlfriend also got involved trying to be like, oh, poor Kujo, he just wants to make money, and Ren's being so difficult, and the entire time, Ren was trying to have everything in clear, open communication so that everyone knew what was going on. And by everyone, I mean the fans, not just the people involved. Whereas they were like, oh no, we need to talk about this in private, so,
Yeah, that definitely sounds sketchy.
Yeah, it makes it a little shady. So,
Yeah.
eventually it has sort of been resolved, but it made Ren a very angry person, and he has released this song as a form of catharsis. And
Okay.
that's where we're at.
That's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, I just want to make a note that the beats were made by Ren for this song. The lyrics were written by Ren for this song. It was mixed and mastered by Ren. The video was produced by Ren. So he basically did everything for this. So there's no dispute about any of it.
I was gonna say, so that was the resolution so far, is he put this back up with a new beat, is that correct?
So this is a completely different track.
Okay.
And he actually said that he is remaking Sick Boy, but with his own beats, so that there is no controversy about it anymore.
Okay. Gotcha. So this is in reference to that track, but it doesn't have anything to do with that person at this moment.
Except for the fact that it's basically a rant directed towards him. So
Very cool.
The part that I also really like is that, Kujo is a beat producer, but now if you were to type Kujo Beat into Google to search for his services, this song is the first thing that would come up because of the title.
That's fantastic. It's I'm all for that, little extra dig, any kind of little one-upmanship that he can get, kind of thing. I'm here for that.
Yep. All right. This is Kujo Beatdown by Ren.
Person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out there test me, Ren, I'm trying to find the path to forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't high Ren number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope the cunt took from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec, cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know that art is a part of your heart, so you're upset, but this hate breeds hate. Please wait, geez, Ren, I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen. Fuck it. Try to struggle, hear me out, see I'm on your side really. Well, I was, till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral, little Jimmy, of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take, and still they're empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by, poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too. You said the I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough. You're a bitch, man, what the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad, I love to spank the greedy. Feel me? I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares. See me, I'm the sick boy that you enslave. Free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy works, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter, he's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch, of a girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Kujo, boo-hoo. If I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part one, it's even worse than part two.
Well,
I like that a lot. I like the way that he's getting his emotion out there. It's definitely a fun little beat that you can feel that rawness in there. And some early feelings I had were reminiscent of Eminem and Stan.
Yep.
And then also a little bit of, I can't remember what I'm trying to think of right now. I'm brain farting on the song and the artist, so I'm not going to do myself any favors here. But I know that there's another song that has very similar, a very similar vibe as that kind of a thing, where it's just like, I'm not gonna fuck around. Like it feels like a call out track. Like he almost seems like he wants Ren to do something, or not. I'm sorry, not Ren. Kujo. Ren wants Kujo to do something. He's almost daring him. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Like give him the opportunity to do more because this is light work for right now. But at the same time, like I also don't know that what the relationship Kujo has to even try to do something else, or if it's just kind of like he's just calling him out and reminding him like, hey bud,
yeah,
you fucked up. Because I mean, if anything, Ren's gonna ruin this guy's opportunities to work with anybody, because he's gonna make a bad name for himself, and he puts it very much out in the open. Very clear too, which is neat in the right ways, right?
What are the top comments from the YouTube? The YouTube comments here is that wasn't a diss track. That was a murder track.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say, because I can't really say it was a diss track, really, because it wasn't. He wasn't telling him, like, you're not making fun of things about that. You're like, bro, you're just not a good person. You don't know how to handle business, and that's not how business is done at all.
So, in the start of the track, there's this sort of back and forth between, it sounds weird, but Ren and himself, and that's something that kind of comes up in his music a lot. He has these two different personalities, and I don't even know how much of a stretch it is to say that that is unrealistic with what I know about his history and his mental illnesses, and this is his way of sort of channeling that. And it's interesting because in a lot of the tracks, especially the one that I can think of very well, it's called Hi Ren, and it's just a conversation between himself, going back and forth between Ren and what he calls Dark Ren. And in this track, you have that in the beginning where it's Ren being like, hey, like, let's handle this in a calm, reasonable manner. Let's not do anything too rash or crazy. And then you have Dark Ren who's like, fuck that. We're going straight for the throat. And this is how it's going to be. And then at one point, Ren just goes, yeah, fuck it. And they both come together and it moves into the rest of the track.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that with the kind of like the conversation. You could hear him calling himself, "Come on, Ren, let's do this." Yeah, I like that. That's fun too that he has that all the time. I meant to ask that. I'm glad you called it out that there is this kind of a split personality persona even in the other songs too. This isn't something new. So for a fan of him, you're gonna pick that up immediately and you're like, "Oh, okay, I know what's going on here." But as someone that isn't familiar, it's fun to see that and know that it's a part of like his onstage presence, I guess, or maybe his character. I don't know the proper term for that, but who he is as an artist.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that's, I can remember too, and I'm looking at the lyrics too, because as we discussed before, it's definitely fun to have those open, but you can see, yeah, he's just like, you know what, you're right. Go ahead. And he just lets Dark Ren kind of take over and do the whole thing, which is, it's fun to see too that he's trying to keep himself separate from the two. Like, he knows he has a dark side, and he tries not to be that person because he doesn't want to be that person. Because he doesn't call it anything different other than Ren, because that's who Ren is.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this is good Ren. No, Ren is a good person. He just has a dark side. That's Dark Ren that you're talking to right now. You can't blame Ren for that. It was what was that movie?
Split.
Yeah, Split. It wasn't me. It was Patricia.
That
Yeah.
wasn't me. That was Patricia. Yep.
But yeah, that's fun to see. I use fun lightly here, obviously, but it was fun to see the playful way that he does do that, where he is going back and forth and like trying to reason with himself and be like that angel on one side and the devil on the other, just being like, no, 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 just let me take care of it. You don't deserve compassion anymore. Let's just go take care of it. And then that was like the part where it kind of felt more like Stan for me, I guess, like the back and forth. And then when that takeover happened, it almost seemed like a different track was going on then. Like the song was still the same, everything else, but then he just kind of took over. The mood changed too. Because before, when there were the two parts, like there was the back and forth in the beat as well as in the conversation. And then when Dark Run took over, there was no more of that lighter upbeat stuff. It was just like the aggressive, more staccato, the sharp, quick changes, like the
Yeah.
It wasn't like there wasn't as much soft anymore.
Yeah. When it hits that point of, okay, like this is what we're doing, that's when the beat definitely switches up. It gets heavier, and that's when the chorus comes in, because there's an actual chorus in the background of the video of people, which, the imagery there too. And this is where I have to say, if you haven't watched the video, there's a lot going on in the music video,
Yes.
but the imagery there is there's a chorus in the background, and they eventually come to the foreground, and the imagery flashes a lot, so epilepsy warning, but it'll do the thing where it will show frames of different things happening interposed with each other. So at one point, the chorus is huddled around the group in the chairs, and then the next frame, the chorus is lying dead and bloody at their feet, which is imagery for being like, well, you stole from me. You're killing my art. You're killing my vision.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the way that was done too, because there was that very nice the since the song was changing too, even like the coin flip of the images flickering back and forth was it was very jarring, and he wanted you to feel that. He was really driving home the whole message with a little bit with the music, a little bit with the imagery, as you said before, for the theatrics of it, and then also the verbiage too. Like everything was very much, you're setting the tone for it. There's no mistaking it at all. I can see this, like if you're this is a song you put on when you're pissed off.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
You put that on, you put it a little bit too loud, and you scream along with it, and then hopefully you go for a walk afterward and you feel better. But yeah, like this is definitely good, and it definitely has a place for people that have music to listen to when they're in a mood, for sure. I also like a lot of the terminology is different once you start looking at like British rappers. I think that's right. Is it
Yeah.
English or British? I'm not sure the proper term.
We'll go with English.
I think English is correct.
Yeah.
Which I think is fun, and that's one of the things that's a lot of fun too. And I was actually recently talking about this. It might have been with you as well, but I think it was with my fiance, where we were saying like it's fun listening to them because they use different terms and they use different slang for different things too. So not only are you getting the fun of learning what their slang is and how they're using it, but you also hear rap that you wouldn't hear normally, and different kind of insults and different kind of terms being thrown around because of their slang being so much different. And again, some of their curse words that they use heavily are different. Like American, we use fuck a lot, and then they also use another expletive a lot. But then in English rap, there's a lot of the use of the word cunt, and it's used religiously in their music, and it's a little bit different there too for that aggressive factor. And I'll be honest, I'm much more fan of that word than the F word when you really want to be angry.
Yeah.
That word really just, it really has that nice feel from like the beginning to the end. And I'm not going to continue to say it because I know a lot of people do find it very offensive. I personally am of the person that's like, yeah, words are words, but I do understand how people can be very offended by that term. I've already used it liberally enough.
Yeah, that is something that I find really interesting, though, that in terms of just language in general, yeah. Like we could say the most heinous things here in America, but if you drop that C bomb, people are gonna be like, "Oh!" It's like,
Yeah.
really? Like that's
Yeah.
that's the one that gets you out of everything else I was saying. I
For
don't
real.
understand how that word out of so much other profanity is still so taboo.
Yeah, for whatever reason, that word has still really held on for its factor. So, because of that, I think I hold on to it a little bit more, and I won't use it until I need a situation to really have the jaws drop. And I wonder if maybe that's the reason why that no one else uses it, because it's kind of just like that when you need to say like I am above expletive angry, I am this angry, and you just drop the C word in the conversation, everyone's just like, what's going on over there? And then like someone in the background's like, World Star, and like
Yeah.
things are about to happen.
It's like that final frontier of like, oh, he's mad. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, but again, that's one of my favorite parts of it too, is because I do enjoy that word. I feel like it does feel like a special way, and when you say it, it does give you that little extra oomph. And they use it a lot more liberally in there. So yeah, maybe sometimes I'll put it on just to be able to hear it and be like, they're
Yeah.
using it.
I think because like it's said so like aggressively in this track.
Hmm.
It's in a moment where like the music cuts out completely and he just spits it and you're like, ooh, ouch.
Yep.
That that had some oomph behind it. That's cathartic right there.
He felt that one. He
Yeah.
feels it every time. Like that was just that there was a lot to that, because I'm pretty sure that's only the time he used that word too.
I think there is one two instances of it in this song. Like there's one
Mm,
earlier on, but it's kind of like buried in a verse and not
yeah.
just out there on its own, I guess.
Yeah, I went back there and looked through the lyrics to see where it was, and you're right, it is kind of just buried in the middle of it. But then when he drops it that last time, yeah, it's like, are you listening to me? Hey, you, like the finger on the forehead. I will say this: one of the things that he did in this, and I don't know if it's as taboo or if it whatever you might want to say, but he definitely came after his girlfriend a lot. And I don't you don't see that a lot with that in rap, and at least in North American culture that I've seen, or the United States, I should say, because I don't really see much about them talking about their significant other. Sometimes they'll talk about them in the sense of saying like, "Oh, she slept with him and him and him and him. You really think he loves you or she loves you?" Or like they'll talk about it being like, "Oh, he's unfaithful to you, but you're stupid enough to stay loyal to him." But I don't ever hear him talking about it in the sense of like, you're being two-faced and you're a whiny little girl, I'll kill you too.
Yeah, because usually
Like
it's
that was
yeah. A lot of times in our culture, I guess if you want to phrase it that way, it's just like, "Oh, I'm angry at this guy, so I'm going to fuck his girl," or like
yeah,
whatever, like she's just a dumb slut and these are not my views on people. I'm just using these as examples. But it's
absolutely.
just that sort of thing where it's like it's almost as like it's more disrespectful, I guess, and it's weird to say that in a sense what Ren did in the song is more respectful to her, even though he was tearing her down, but it's almost done in a way that's saying, you were a part of this, and I'm going to treat you as a person, and I'm going to say terrible things to you, but I'm not going to act like you're a throwaway who didn't do anything.
Yeah, I can see how it'd be more respectful to give her her own diss. Like she didn't deserve a whole diss track. She was a little bit of a part of what had happened, or maybe larger. She still said stuff. He didn't like that she was talking shit because she had no reason to. She wasn't even a part of the transaction, right? So maybe that's a part of it too. Is like, hey, this was between me and Cujo. I don't know why you're trying to stick up for Cujo. I don't have anybody else sticking up for me. This is me to him and him to me. He's coming at me. That we're adults. I don't need somebody else coming into the picture trying to stick up for him. And that's, oh, poor Cujo, boo hoo, right? Like, oh, you're sticking up for him. He's so good. He's such a nice guy. Like, shut the fuck up. Clearly, that's not what happened. We tried to solve this in public, and he was like, no. And every time I try to be in public, he's like, no, that's not enough. So like, what did he really want? He wanted attention. I think that that's really what this is all about.
Yeah. it's the sort of thing where it's like, oh wow, like I didn't expect this to blow up as much as it did. I want more credit. I want more attention. I want people to
Yeah.
know that I was involved in this.
But I
And
mean, there's better ways to go about it than being greedy and grabbing at it like that, though, right? Like, you could have been like, yo, that's my guy. I can't believe we made it this far. Beats by Kujo. like, like look at we can even talk about this too real quick. Like, look at Kendrick Lamar. He got the beat by Mustard, right? And he loved it so much. He screams the dude's name in that song. Like, that goes hard. So I mean, like, if you guys work together, why couldn't Ren do a similar call out for you to make you get bigger? Like, that's the whole thing with the communities. You're supposed to help each other out with that stuff. Yeah, sure. Like, you agreed on what you wanted. You said you wanted money, and just like you said, it became such a big song that all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, wait a minute. I need more now." Well, like, bro, don't be cash grabbing. Come around and say like, "Yo, let's make some more beats together. Hey, I'm glad that was a hit. What can we do next? Where are we going to next?" Like, include yourself in the conversation as being a part of it as a team. Don't come after his money after he already has it. That's never a good look.
yeah, like it's the sort of thing where it easily could have been like a mutually beneficial relationship of some sort in some way. Even as
Right.
you said, coming to him and being like, I wish I had asked for more, but that's on me. But if we work together in the future, here's what I would like, if possible.
Yeah. Yeah,
Instead of
exactly.
just trying to be like, oh, I feel like I deserve more now because I'm seeing how successful this is.
Right. That's always short game. Never look at short game. Always look at big game. This is just a piece of advice to anybody out there listening to this. If you're older and you already know it, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I hope that you continue to do well. If you're younger and you hear this, always look at the long game. Never look at the short game. This man was worried about one song and he came at him saying, "I want money, I want money, I want money." And now he's sitting here looking just like that. He even put a mask on him. I believe it was a rat mask because he's being a little rat asking for more money. Or a pig. One of the two. Because, I mean, both kind of, I understand. Um, and that
It
was in the
was
music video too, by the
yeah,
way.
it was a
Right?
pig mask. That's imagery that Ren actually uses a lot in a lot of his videos. It's the pig mask.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you can see it either being either way. Because the piggy being like a little hungry little pig, right? Because that's a lot of thing that's in that culture. They'll call them hungry little piggies because they'll eat anything. Yeah, the pig mask. That's what it was. That makes sense then. Okay, because yeah, it can be used on either side of the thing. Where they say that a lot in that culture. The pigs are hungry little animals and they'll eat anything in front of them. But yeah, so he uses that imagery to shade it so that he's being just greedy in the moment. And like, why worry about one song, one opportunity? Come out later and be like, how can we build this? How can we make it more? Include yourself and make it into something where you can be a part of that together because there's way more money in continued success than royalties on one song. Look at Friends. They didn't make money off one season. They made money on all the seasons in perpetuity. Is that right?
Perpetuity.
Perpetuity. Big words are hard.
One thing that I am very interested in, and this song came out about 6 months ago, but at the end of the song, he promises a part two, and we are still waiting for that. So
I wonder if that was more of a threat.
I think that's possible too. Just like, hey, like if this isn't resolved, I'm gonna come for you again, and you know what I can do now.
Yeah, like you see how angry I can be and you see what I already did to you. Like if you want to keep going, I'll put more out there. I'm not afraid because as we discussed earlier, he tried to be, up in front and resolve this and be like, "Hey, yeah, let's make this right then. Let's make wrongs right." But because of the wonderfulness of having those lyrics up, it's if I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part 1. It's even worse in part 2. So I'm going to say that he has stuff ready to go. And I mean, it might be one of those things where it's like locked in and queued to go, and he just needs that poke him.
He
Poke the
just
bear.
needs that excuse to be like, okay, I did warn you. Here we
And
go.
here it is.
Yeah.
See, that'd be something. Like somebody makes a comment, whoever it is that he's calling out, one of them, either one of them makes some kind of comment, and he just replies track 2. Like it's right there ready to go.
Yeah.
And like that's how everyone finds it, and everyone's just like, "Oh man."
Oh shit, here it comes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if it was on something like Twitter, where you can't delete the original. Like it would still be embedded in the reply, and it's like the music video. It would just be there permanently. That would hurt. That would just hurt somebody forever. Oh man, this is a fun little a fight track, a diss track, a murder track, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't say it's on the same level as what we got when Kendrick Lamar came down and Drake were having that whole thing, and how far back that actually started. But that's kind of what that seems like. It seems like this could be the round one for like a massive England rap battle, if that would ever exist.
Just a back and forth, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I feel like it's been 6 months, so I feel like this is like a round one knockout, and
absolutely.
that might be the end of it.
It would definitely feel that way if he called them out and even said, you shouldn't even try it, because I know you think that you're good and all, but you shouldn't. And it's like, okay, yep, he's right. Let's just fix this and get out of the limelight, because this isn't good for anybody anymore.
This is going to end poorly.
The fact that it got to that point where he felt that he had to put this out to really get it off his chest, it's well beyond that point. You messed up big.
Yeah, definitely.
You never want an artist to be that annoyed that they're coming at you. Especially, I mean, I don't know what level of popularity Ren has and what kind of following that they do have. But if they're at the point where they're not even worried about calling out somebody that, someone that's producing any kind of music at all in that area, it's like, oh, well, that guy just signed his deal. Kujo's kind of screwed. I can't imagine, I mean, unless, he knows somebody else, but I can't imagine that Kujo does much more in that kind of scene ever again.
Yeah. I don't think so either.
Because, I mean, that just leaves a bad taste in someone's mouth. And then as soon as the public finds out that that's how you do business, why would anybody want to do business with you?
Right.
They think you're just going to come back at them and try to renegotiate a deal that's already been signed on. Nobody wants that. That's not what contracts are for.
Yeah, that's literally shooting yourself in the foot and then being like, why would Ren do that?
Exactly.
But, no.
the old, what's that show with Eric Andre?
The Eric Andre show?
Is that really it? The Eric Andre show where he's shooting Hannibal Buress in the chest and he's like, how could they do this to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Eric Andre shooting him in the chest and he's like, how could Ren do this to me? Oh, man. Oh, you mean the Eric Andre show? Yeah, that's the one.
That's what's that show with Eric Andre? The Eric Andre show. That's the one.
I feel like that would be a good ad for his show, actually.
I mean, yeah, given how absurd his show is, yeah, I think so.
I really like the line, too. I'm confused by this dynamic, like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Like,
yes.
Yep. 100%. Like, that's just right there. If you took anything else from this whole entire thing, that's the message.
Yeah. They think they're being, these
you think you're being
banditos. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you're ruining yourselves right now, quite literally.
Honestly. But yeah, I think those are my feelings towards this anyway. Was there anything else that you wanted to discuss about this song?
No, I don't think so. I just want to reiterate to our listeners, if you did not watch the music video, very important to do so. The song by itself, I think you can detect and feel the vitriol contained within, but
Absolutely.
When you watch the music video, it's just, it's the cherry on top where it's like, oh my.
Yeah.
Very angry man.
The imagery is very strong, and it's very well done as well too. And also, don't forget to share with a friend and tell your friends about us. Since you're talking about going to watch the music video right now, on your way to do that, say, hey, you know what I just listened to? These two dudes talk about this new song I never heard of, and they've got a whole bunch of other ones too.
That's right. And then you could
And
do
social media.
all the social media stuff. That's right.
That's right, because important, long-winded information and ADHD don't mix. But I hope if you've made it to this point, you like what Scoobs and I are doing, and hopefully you like it so much you want to shout it from the top of a mountain. But it would be a whole lot more helpful if you told your friends about us instead. Word of mouth or listening with someone is our favorite, but social media is also great, and you can interact with us there too. So please come by our Instagram, Blue Sky, or Facebook, where you can find us as The Feedback, or on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter /X, at @thefeedback_PC, to see what's coming next, suggest a song, talk about our latest episode, or just talk about anything.
You like, you share, you subscribe, you punch that notification bell or whatever.
Wherever we're at, you
Yeah.
hit the thing to get the thing from us, so we know that you are listening to us do the thing.
Yeah. Oh, and something I've been meaning to do, but I've forgotten for however many episodes we've done. The music that I use at the start and end of our program is by an artist named Exile, and the track is called Egg. It is free use, but he just asks that if you use his music to give him a shout out and let people know where they can find it. So I'm finally remembering to do that.
We'll have to tie that in somewhere else to let other people know about it, because it is a very good song, and I do appreciate that he lets us use it for free, with just the notification of saying, hey, this is where we got it from. So thank you.
Thank you, Exile, for your track Egg. I don't remember how I found it, man. I think I was searching through Spotify and I was just putting random words in because I put in egg and I found like 4 or 5 songs that I like called Egg. So
That's a fun way to look at it. I've done random word searches before for like artists or songs and given them a shot just to see what they were. But yeah, I like that one. One word foods. I'll do that. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I think we've rambled enough. So I think it's time for us to hit the old dusty trail.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming back, and we hope to see you again, and definitely tell a friend.
That's right. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time for whatever the heck we dig up next. Goodbye.
I'm gonna start that over. I'm gonna come back in a second and start that all over. I fumbled the package.
It's all good.
I'll do that tomorrow. So you can see that he was definitely. I lost my train of thought so hard. Oh. What was I on a rant about?
Long game.
Long game, yeah. Giving advice to people for the long game. And he said he was being a hungry little pig. Okay, cool. And then you said your thing, and then I'm going to come back in at the even mark, because 55 is really close.